Hello everyone, it is Nature Girl Gaming, and today we'll be doing some more Sink and Sail, but this time, as you can probably see already, is going to be very different. So it's still Keeper of the Lost Cities, but instead we'll be doing the adults, and since all of the adults on this list, aside from Alina, Kenrick, Orlai, and Mr. Forkle, and actually most of the people I just realized, but basically all of these people are going to be pretending that they were not married, who would be high on their match list if I was the one giving them their match list. Which I think is an interesting way to explain. But basically, we all have four ships, so let's begin. Kenrick. And Della. So, Kenrick and Orlai were really close. They were actually married, but we are in this universe pretending they didn't have crushes on anyone. They only had crushes on this one person that we chose. So for Della, it's kind of difficult. But I think... So I've thought about it for a little while. Also, I have 3 more people to add on, so I've decided one of them will be forever alone. They will be the single one. But I have 3 more add-on. But first we'll do this. So I have decided, I think that, assuming that Kenrick was not a counselor, I mean, they could still get together, of course, though. But I think that it could happen. They're both really nice, and they are both pretty similar. And they always do what's better for the cause, like when Della let them all go away. And, spoilers ahead, like when she would try to adopt Sophie, even though she has all the kids still. And I think that they could actually be it. But anyways, on to that. I definitely say that. So adding on more. First we have Brant. All of this will have spoilers about Brant and Jolie, by the way. And Jolie will also be here. Alright, on to the next ship. So one person will be forever alone, the final person. Ooh. Jolie. And who? I shouldn't have deleted her, like what if I get her parents? Jolie and Kessler. So I would sail this one just for the same reason I did Della and Kenrick. I would sail this. But I don't think that they ever met, although they are both willing to be in a bad relationship. They both are really loyal. Spoilers ahead for books where we learn who. So I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Spoilers ahead for the collective. But basically, he was really supportive when they figured out that Kessler's wife was... Squall. So I think that is pretty interesting. There's gonna be lots of spoilers, so I'm just gonna say spoilers ahead. I should have just said that from the start instead of listing out every single book, but that's how I do things. But I think that they could be it, except for the fact that Jolie, I think, was much younger. And they both live in very different places, I think. So I'm gonna have to rip this one because nothing would work, so I'm going to sink that one. And let's move on. Alden. Alden and who? Alden and Cassius. I'm definitely going to sink that one. Just because Alden expressed definite dislike of Cassius. So I'm definitely going to have to sink that one. It's been sanked a lot. Splash some extra water on it. Continuing. Lady Gisela. not see who Lady Giselle would be paired with, although I feel like no one could work. Lady Giselle and Edelyn. I just realized something funny. Actually, it doesn't make sense. That would only be if Edelyn was Della. I get them confused sometimes. But basically, this is a really complicated one. Lady Gisela and Edelyn are very, very different, so you'd think it would just be an automatic sync. But then there's also the thing where, like, it's complicated. Edelyn and Lady Gisela kept going, like, back and forth. They were sometimes kind of mean. And I think that if I had not read the book where we figured out that Lady Giselle was with the Neverseen, I would have actually shipped it. But anyways, after I figured that out, they just aren't alike enough, so I'm definitely going to have to sync that one. And we are narrowing it down, ladies and gentlemen. It's being narrowed down. I open news. Alina! Ah, yes. I feel like this is going to be sank no matter who it's with. I was kind of hoping she'd be the single one. She's actually the single one. Alina and Brant. So, they never really met, except for, I guess, the school may have had her teaching. I'm trying to remember any encounters they had. They had none. Like, any mentioned encounters. They had none. And like I said last time, if you haven't met someone, then you can't exactly be in a relationship with them at all. Like, if it's over phone, then I give that, but that's more that's more meeting. But the phones aren't in there. Phones aren't in the Keeper Lost Cities world. But I think I'm going to also sync this one. With adults, it's a lot harder. We only have one sale. 2 sales? 1 sale, 2 sale. I think we only have 1 sale. Wonder who's going to be our single person. Okay, we have Brant. And who? Brant and Prentice, maybe. Oh, it actually is. Brant and Prentice. So, spoilers for her flashback. Kind of. Well, yeah. So, they went into, Sophie and her team, they went into searching about possibly having Brant be her father. And I'm not going to say if they were right or wrong at all, because don't want to give out too many spoilers. But they also did mention the thing about Brant possibly only banishing Prentice because they did the memory break. They did mention something about maybe Brant only banished Prentice because, like, he didn't like that she'd come too soon or something. So, I think I'm actually going to sail this one, just because it would be pretty interesting, especially everything that happened when they were trying to get Prentice. And I think I'm going to have to keep that. I wonder if Forkle's going to be the lone one. It's going to be Grady, isn't it? Mr. Forkle and who? Who's going to be our single one? Mr. Forkle and Grady, poor Lorelai. She's just single. She can't even find a relationship when she's not counsel and doesn't have any relationships already. So, this one is kind of interesting. They never actually met, except for, spoilers again, except for about the Magneto thing, about him being Magneto. So, I think that I'm actually going to sail this one, though, for a specific reason. Because there's always the stuff about Grady being really protective over Mr. Forkle, but then, like, he starts just accepting it more, and he starts trusting Sophie, but it could also, in an alternate universe, be that he starts trusting Mr. Forkle more with her because she keeps coming back alive, although sometimes she comes back faded and dead. Keeps coming back alive, but sometimes she's, dead. But I think I'm going to sail this one, because that would be pretty interesting. And then, of course, Orla is forever alone. But there is going to actually be another part of this. I am going to skip scene to it. But there is going to be another part of this, because this has already been a pretty short video. It's only like 9.5 minutes. So I am going to do something a little bit different. Basically, I'm going to match with abilities and say if I think they would be good at the ability. So I'm going to have one wheel with all the abilities that I know of, and one wheel with the main peoples, and I'm going to see if I think that they could be that. So I will see you in a little bit. So I'm back now. We have Sophie, Dex, Keith, Fitz, Lynn, Biana, Tam, Stina, Morella, and Jincy, and then for our abilities that I picked, we have Pyrokinetic, Empath, Telepath, Flasher, Technopath, Psionopath, Shade, Mesmer, Vanisher, and Froster. And I was going to do Conjurer, but then I realized that Froster would be funny if Dex got it. Or if, like, some of the other people got it that said it was bad. But anyways, let's begin by picking a name out of the hat. It's not a hat, it's a wheel. For everybody to see. Okay. What is Lynn's new ability? Ooh. People are going to be so angry. Also, there's no hydrokinetic, I just realized. I'm just going to get rid of Psionopath because it was only relevant in, like, the 4th book. I mean, hydrokinesis was too, but... no, I'm going to keep Psionopath. Don't know if that's how you spell it. It's close. Lynn the Empath. I think I actually like this. She always knows how, like, animals are feeling. She's, like, really friendly and kind. I'm definitely going... I don't know if I should use Sink or Sail, because that doesn't make much sense. I'm definitely going to put this in, because I like that. So, now we will remove Empath. We're going to narrow it down. Also, we have the exact right number. I wonder what Sophie's going to get. We're finally going to settle the debate. It's going to be Pyrokinesis, isn't it? What is it? Dex's ability? It's going to be Technopath. Technopath through and through. It'd be really funny if we got Froster, though. Poor Dex. So, Dex the Froster. I definitely like that. I think that would be really interesting. Although I have to take into consideration that it was just a joke. Though I guess it did come into play when his mother was a Froster. I'm definitely going to have this, because it would make sense since his mother is a Froster. So I'm definitely going to have that. That's pretty interesting and funny. Oh, I should have just had someone be talentless. Okay, what's Jincy? This is going to be one that, like, no one's excited for. Some people might skip over it. Which is sad, because I actually really like Jincy. Hello? It's probably actually spinning. Lags. Hello? It's laggy. It's incredibly laggy. Whoa. Wait, what? I don't know who we got. We got Morella. Morella the Flasher. I am not accepting this. I am not taking this. Wait. Oh no. Uh-oh. I think we accidentally did 3 of the children's. Okay, I'm gonna put Stina back and Morella. Why is it so laggy? Okay, wait, so... Okay, so we just got Jency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, Jency the Flasher, I'm pretty sure he is a Flasher in the books. So that's just going to be an automatic win for them. That looks right. Let's see. Who is it? Biana? Oh, who's Biana going to be? A shade. Biana the Shade. So, her vanishing thing, the way she practices, and the way that, like, the shadows work, the way they can, like, disappear themselves with the shadows, although she wasn't really involved in anything with Shade. Like, I guess she did like Tam. Tam liked her. I'm gonna not have this. I'm gonna sink it. I'm gonna, like, throw the water, I'm gonna throw the shadows into the water. Seems a little concerning. Alright, let's see. Morella, I don't know if I spelled that wrong. Morella the what? Ah. So, spoilers incoming. Definitely spoilers. I'm definitely going to have to accept this one. Because that's what they are. Like I said, I have to accept them. I have to accept them from the way they are. Whoa. The blue is taking over again. Why is it always the blue? Alright. You're going... We're at this point going down to the main. Stina basically just replaces Dex. Okay. We got Stina. Stina the Mesmer. Oh no. Oh no. So Stina is somehow, like, really, like, I can't find a way into this. Can't even find a segment. I was thinking it would be pretty interesting. But I don't know what you would do with it. Like, it wouldn't really help. I guess it might help to have, like, a Mesmer on the team in Team Valiant or Valiant. I think it's Valiant. In Team Valiant, it would be helpful to have a Mesmer, and I would see why they do it. But still, I think I'm not going to have this, because it wouldn't make much sense. It would be cool, though. Honorable mentions. Now, Sophie, Keith, Fitz, and Tam. Oh, no. What will Fitz be? A telepath? We have telepath, technopath, psionopath, and vanisher. All the paths. If we had, there's a different path. I forget. Fitz the Vanisher. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay, that's nice. I'm definitely going to say yes to that because, like, all the stuff about sneaking up. Sorry, Della and Alden. I mean, sorry, Alden. Your precious boy is now a Vanisher like all your other kids. But yeah, I'm definitely going to accept that because of everything that happened with Biana being a Vanisher. And all of the stuff about, like, her not letting him forget it. It would be funny if he randomly became a Vanisher. Remove Fitz. Tam or Sophie? Tam. Sophie's going to be last. I wonder if Sophie's going to be the Tam the Technopath? No. Just no. At first thing it would be nice because I, for some reason, thought he used shadows in a, like, in an electronic to make it work better. I don't know why I thought he did that. Maybe he does it in a later book and I can read the future. Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely not. Is Sophie gonna be last? That's gonna be Sophie the Psionopath. That would solve so many problems. Sophie the Psionopath. I am going to say no to this one. And hear me out. It would be amazing. It would be really interesting. And it would make sense. Like, she might still have the Psionopath ability coming. But I feel like they would not have had the twist about Maruka being a Psionopath. Like, they probably wouldn't have had that if Sophie was going to end up being it. It doesn't make much sense. Maybe they just tried to and failed to make her a Psionopath. Although, didn't they end up giving her all her abilities, or was that just one? I don't know. But I think it would be pretty interesting. But the reason I'm throwing it out is because it would just be so easy if she could do that. There'd be, like, no losses. It would be interesting to try to see her get used to it and maybe, like, accidentally shield the bad guys. But I'm gonna say no, just because that would cause so many problems. And now we have Keith the Telepath. Oh no. Sorry Keith, you have no, friends left to be telepath with. But I think I do like this idea. It would be really interesting if he, like, somehow was a telepath. It'd be really strange and interesting. He could have the telepathic conversations with Sophie, and Fitz could spy on them using his vanishing techniques. That would be interesting. I'm definitely gonna say yes to that. But anyways, that is going to be the end. And I was planning on doing another one, but I have to add together all the parts because I had to cut it a bunch. But that's interesting. Keith and telepath. That is hurting my eyes. But anyways, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.